This is Chad Brashears, and you're listening to Never in My Wildest Dream podcast. This podcast is about creating a behind-the-scenes look with coaches, fans, and reporters from our point of view, sharing cool stories as only we've lived them. The goal is for you to learn something new to help your life and allow yourself to take a break from everyday chaos and let us give you a behind-the-scenes look into our world. Never in My Wildest Dreams podcast begins in
3, 2, 1.
Good morning and welcome to Never in My Wildest Dreams podcast. Today is Tuesday, February the 16th, 2021, day 16 of the second month of the new year. Looking forward to today's show. We're going to have Sports Wrap Trust Tuesday, as well as I'm going to have my daughters Mia and Kate on the show today. Looking forward to talking with those guys so you guys get to know a little bit more about them. Let's first start in the world of sports. In the NBA, the Chicago Bulls travel to the Indiana Pacers. The Rockets are in the nation's capital to take on the Wizards. The Hawks are in New York to take on the Knicks. The 76ers are in Utah to take on the Jazz. The Cavaliers are in Golden State taking on the Warriors. The Miami Heat are in LA to take on the Clippers. And the New Jersey Nets are in Sacramento to take on the Kings. In tonight's games, the Nuggets are traveling to the Celtics. The Pelicans are taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. The Toronto Raptors are taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Lakers are in Minnesota taking on the Timberwolves. The Portland Trail Blazers are in Oklahoma to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Nets are at Phoenix taking on the Suns, and the Spurs and Pistons are postponed. On to college basketball. In the top 25 game, UVA travels to Florida State, and postponed is Baylor and West Virginia. On to tonight's games. Northwestern will play at Illinois. Missouri will take on Georgia. Florida travels to Arkansas, and the postponed games this evening are TCU at Texas Tech and Virginia Tech at North Carolina. That is all for the world of sports. Tuesday Trust when we come back. Never in My Wildest Dreams podcast begins in
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Never in My Wildest Dream podcast. Looking forward to this next segment. It is Trust Tuesday. And I got a couple things I want you guys to think about. There are 4 different lessons here that I think would be important with regards to trust and how you can create your own success. Number 1 is commit to your decisions. You have to trust yourself and know that you're making the right investment, not just in yourself, but in the people around you. Commit to that decision. Stick with that decision. You can push through the pain and the success is great on the other side, but if you don't trust the decision you make, you'll always waffle, and that'll make it really difficult for you. Number 2 is leverage in creating networking. This is by far one of the most important lessons ever that I've been taught. You know, it's not just business growth, it's people growth, it's relationship growth. I always say it's who you know, not what you know, and the older I get, the more I realize that's really the truth. If I have the ability to get a certain individual on the phone line because of the success and networking that I've had, I have a better chance on either me being successful, a staff member being successful, one of my players being successful. So we need to think outside of the box, network as hard as you can, get to know the right people, send handwritten notes, not emails or text messages. Make sure they know it's really personal and it's coming from you, and you will be really successful in creating the right networking environment. That's number 2. Number 3, ignore the limits that you set on yourself. This is so important because we only use 40% of our potential when we're trying to usually get to our peak. We always stick with what's comfortable. We never leave our comfort zone. But the only place to find the truest results are when you leave your comfort zone and you actually get to find out what you're truly capable of. It is the most powerful thing in the world to take on what you don't think you're good at and creating it and making it good, and then achieving the goals that you have set. Stop allowing the glass ceiling above you or even the glass ceiling you create to hold you back. Lesson number 4 is create your own luck. I truly believe in this saying that my dad taught me from Lefty Drizel, which is, the harder I work, the luckier I get. I totally believe in that. Not because you work hard and everything's going to happen for you. You're creating your own opportunities. How do you create your own luck? You bust your butt and you work as hard as you possibly can by putting yourself out there. Luck's never going to come knocking at your door. You attract it by putting yourself in the right position to have your door knocked on. That's the easiest way to look at it. No matter what you're doing, don't ever wait for the opportunity to present itself. Actively go search for it, and ironically, luck will find you and you'll do what you're exactly supposed to do. This is our Trust Tuesday segment. Looking forward to having my daughters on when we come back. Never in My Wildest Dreams podcast begins in
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Never in My Wildest Dream podcast. Looking forward to my next guests. It's two individuals that I know really well, and I'm really looking forward to having them on the show. I know tomorrow is a big day for them, so we want to talk about that as well. But we will have my daughters, Mia and Kate. They're age 12 and 7. They're going to be on the show today. Looking forward to asking them a couple questions and seeing exactly where their mind is and what they think about. And you get to learn a little bit more about them and who they are, because they're very important to me. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Here is Mia and Kate Brashears. Never in My Wildest Dreams podcast begins in
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Never in My Wildest Dream podcast. Looking forward to my next two guests. You get to meet my daughters, Mia and Kate. Mia, welcome to my show.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, bud. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I want to get to know a little bit more about you and see if my answers are right or not. How's that sound?
Good.
Tell everybody how old you are.
I am 12 years old, and I will be 13 in June.
Who's your favorite character and why?
Hermione Granger, because I love Harry Potter.
You're a Harry Potter fan? Weren't you Harry Potter for Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah, were you Hermione for Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were a superhero, what powers would you have?
I would want to be able to fly so I could go to the beach whenever I want to.
Go to the beach. Which beach do you like to go to?
The Outer Banks.
What is your biggest fear?
I hate skunks. I don't know why. I just hate them.
What would you say is your biggest strength?
Probably friendliness.
Yeah? You have a lot of friends, don't you?
Yeah, and caring for others.
Caring for others. You like to make friends, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say your favorite thing is about dance?
I like to be passionate and show my emotions through dance.
Yeah? What's your favorite dance to do?
I like doing lyrical.
Lyrical? Okay. What's your favorite color?
Teal or navy.
That's changed. It used to be purple. Teal or navy? I can go with that. You got a little bit of summer in you too, huh? What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be an elementary school administrator.
Yeah, so you're going to be a teacher and then work your way up to be an admin. You want to be a principal?
Yes.
Right. What is two things that you could take while traveling anywhere? What's the two things you're going to have with you?
I would probably take my phone and, an outfit.
One outfit? Is it going to be like a summer outfit? Because I'm assuming
Probably,
since you want to fly, we're going to the beach, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to answer some of those questions. Thanks for being on the show. And my next guest is my youngest daughter, Kate. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hi.
How old are you?
7.
You're 7. So we're going to have some fun with these questions. Who is your favorite character and why?
Ginny Weasley, because I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Ginny Weasley. Now, did you dress up as Ginny Weasley for
Yeah.
Halloween as well?
Yes.
If you were a superhero, what powers would you have?
Teleportation, so I can go everywhere that I want.
Teleportation? So who has teleportation for you to know such a large word?
I don't know.
What's your biggest fear?
Clowns.
Clowns? You don't like clowns? Any particular clowns or all clowns?
All clowns.
All clowns? What would you say your biggest strength is?
Probably making friends.
Making
And,
friends?
What else? Being kind to other people.
You do that. What's your favorite thing about dance?
It's a hard question. I like everything in dance.
You like everything in dance?
Yes.
What's your favorite type of dance?
Jazz.
You like to do jazz? What's your favorite color?
Pink and purple.
Pink and purple. You almost took over where your sister used to be. What do you want to do when you grow up?
Be a counselor.
You want to be a counselor in school or a counselor out of school?
A counselor in school.
In school? And if you could take two things with you while you travel, what are those two things? I bet I know one of them.
Probably my iPad and Lammy.
That's what I thought. Well, I'm glad you're able to be on the show, bud.
Thank you.
All right. I am going to let them go. They're going to want to play with my buddy Scout. So that is today's show. Thank you for listening. We look forward to tomorrow's show where we have a little sports wrap. Wednesday Wisdom. We're speaking with Ethan Downey from South Hagerstown Basketball, as well as trying to get on some other coaches locally. I know Nate Naylor and I are going back and forth on trying to get on. Hopefully the snow that they're calling for over the next 72 hours stays away. Thank you for listening to Never in My Wildest Dreams podcast, and we will talk to you soon.